Hi guys, Budget Wine, Bacchus Bruce, have the non-vintage Esterlina Fortified red wine. This is a Dry Creek Valley juice. Got this for $12.99 at the grocery outlet in Oakland. Not a whole lot out there on it. Esterlina, unfortunately, is a winery that did go bankrupt a couple years ago. So there are random bottlings that are popping up at the grocery outlet here and there. But this fortified wine, I would imagine, is probably Zinfandel. Just taking a guess. Have no idea. 18.3% alcohol. Typically, you see port style wines done in a 375. So to actually get this wine for this price point is really a pretty good value. So let's go ahead and check out the wine. So port, in case we didn't know about port, basically the fermentation process is stopped with a lot of sweetness still in the wine by distilled alcohol. So usually it's a super high proof brandy typically. But it could be anything really. So let's go ahead and evaluate the wine. Looking at the color, you can kind of see it's a little bit darker than your typical wine, which is, again, kind of common for port. Let's go ahead and see what we have on the nose. Very, very pretty. A lot of prune, a lot of vanilla from the barrel influence, I would imagine. Really elegant. It's got kind of a slight peppery note to it, but it does have a lot of heat, and you can only imagine that at 18.3%, that's certainly part of the nose for sure. So let's go ahead and see what we have on the palate. And really, for being such a high alcohol wine, it's really got wonderful balance. There's still really great acidity in there. So again, a lot of vanilla. I'm getting some kind of like almost like a cherry compote sort of thing. Almost like a black currant sort of syrupy component. Really a lot of upfront sweetness, and that's kind of the whole idea behind port. Port usually is something that you have after dinner to enjoy with a cheese plate or a nice dessert. We do have a really interesting food and wine pairing coming up, so make sure you stay tuned for that. The finish is quite long. There's no cloying at all. It's really just a fantastic bottle of wine. I wish I had some more information on this for you. All I can assume is that the wine probably really wasn't meant to be drunk this young. It certainly has a lot of aging potential. Which a lot of port certainly does, but tasting really, really nicely now. Finishing extremely long, a ton of vanilla, pretty fruit, great acidity, nice bottle of wine. So looking forward to trying this with some food. I'm getting really hungry here. So Budget Wine, Bacchus Bruce, we'll see you in the tasting room.